Hello mathematicians, welcome back to Number Corner. For Number Corner today, we will be playing our second game of Put It on the Line. Here's what you need. You need your Number Corner book opened up to page 75. We'll be playing game 2 today, starting with the number 100 on our number line. You'll also need one pencil, one blue and one red, either crayon or colored pencil, your whiteboard, marker, and eraser. If you don't have a whiteboard, remember a piece of paper and a pencil will work just fine. You can pause the video now to get what you need. Okay, let's have a quick reminder on how we play before we get started. Okay, mathematicians, you should have your Number Corner book open up to page 75. It says Put It on the Line, Record Sheet 1. We've already played our first game that started with 0 on our number line. So you will be using the game 2 number line that starts with 100. It's on the bottom of your page. You may notice that your page will look a little different than my page today. The important thing to remember is that all of my numbers will be written in red and all of your numbers will be written in blue. That will help us keep score for the end of the game. Remember, when we play this game, we take turns removing the sticky notes on this sheet on our game board to show what problems will be underneath. When we solve the problems, we put the answers on the number line. When we're all finished with all the problems, I'll add up my red scores and you will add up your blue scores to see who has the highest number. The person with the highest number is the winner. Let's go ahead and get started. Now, I remember last time I took the first turn. So this time, you can take the first turn. Let's pick a Post-it for you. How about this one? The first problem says, there were 205 sandpipers on the beach. My dog scared 15 of them away. How many were left? Well, let's think about what this problem wants to know. It's telling us that there are 205 sandpipers. I think that might be this bird to start with. The dog scares 15 of them away. How many were left? How many were left? This sounds like a subtraction problem to me. So we know that we have 205 minus 15. Use your whiteboards or your pieces of paper to solve this problem. You can use whatever strategy you like, but I think I'm going to use an open number line. I'm going to draw my number line. And I know if I'm subtracting, I want to start on the right side of my number line with my bigger number of 205. Well, I know if I jump backwards 5, I land on 200. And that's part of my 15, because I can break up my 15 into 5 and 10. So I know I need to go back 10 more. Well, 200 minus 10 equals 190. You may have solved this problem in a different way, and that's okay too. If you need more time to solve this problem or any of the problems we solved today, you can always pause the video. But let's put your first answer of 190 on our number line. Our number line today starts at 100. Well, I'll let you know that our number line is going to end at 200. If it starts at 100 and ends at 200, what do you think we're counting by today? Show a connection if you think we might be counting by tens. That's good thinking. If we're counting by tens, where should 190 go? Show a connection if you think it should go right near 200. That's good thinking. Okay, my turn. I'm going to pick This one. Another word problem. It says there were 165 kids on the playground. 15 of them went in to get ready for a field trip. How many kids were still on the playground? I'm thinking about what this question wants to know. It wants to know how many kids are on the playground. Well, I know we start with 165 kids. And then I know 15 of them go to get ready for a field trip. So I want to know how many are left. Wow, these problems look pretty similar to me. If these problems look pretty similar, I think I'm going to use a similar strategy of the open number line. Again, you can use whatever strategy works best for you or follow along with mine. Again, I need the bigger number because it's a subtraction problem, so I start with my bigger number of 165. I can break up my 15 into my tens and ones again, and I know 165 minus 5 is 160. I know if I take away 10 more from 160, I land on 150. So my answer must be 150 kids are still on the playground. Well, I'm going to put in red because that was my turn, 150 on my number line. Where do you think 150 should go on my number line? Show a connection if you think it should go in the middle. Yeah, it should go in the middle because I know that 50 is half of 100. And if I'm going from 100 to 200, that's really 100 in between the space. So 150 is right in the middle. All right, your turn again. How about this one? Ooh, we have 70 ones and 4 tens. How could we solve this problem? It might be a good idea to draw a picture for this one. Let's start with our 70 ones. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This feels like it's going to take a really long time. Is there a better way to draw 70 ones? You know, I think 70 ones might be the same as 7 tens. Show a connection if you agree. Yeah, let's try drawing 7 tens instead, because I know 10 ones will go into 1 10. So let's draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tens. Plus, because we see the word and, 1, 2, 3, 4 more tens. So I know that 7 plus 4 equals 11. So I have 11 tens. Well, how else would I say that? Well, I really add up my 10 tens into 100. And then I have my 110 left. So I have 110. So I really have the number 110. Where do you think that number should go on our number line? If you're thinking right after 100, because we're counting by tens, that's good thinking. Now you should be using your number corner book to put your numbers on the number line, just like mine. And that was your number 110. Now it's my turn again. I'm going to pick this one here. Oh, and it's another word problem. This problem says, Dan got 2 bags of dog biscuits for his dogs. There were 90 biscuits in each bag. How many dog biscuits in all? Well, it wants me to add together 2 bags of 90 biscuits. Well, that's kind of like 2 groups of 90. So I'm going to think about it by drawing a picture. You can use whatever strategy works best for you. So if I have 2 bags of dog biscuits, I have 90 biscuits in each bag. Well, I'm going to draw out my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tens for 90. and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tens for my other 90. Well, I'll just start to add up all of my tens. Well, I know if I take 1 10 from this bag and put it over into this bag, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tens. Well, I know that's really 100. And then I can count my 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 that I have left over here. Well, that's 100 plus 80. Well, I know that 100 plus 80 equals 180. I thought that one was going to be a lot trickier, but we figured it out pretty quickly. You may have solved this in a different way, and that's okay too. Where should I put 180 on my number line? Show a connection if you're thinking what I'm thinking. Good thinking, right before 190. Your turn again. How about this one? Ooh, 85 plus 45 plus 70. Let's write that, solve that on our whiteboard. I have a little space left over here. I'll go over here on my whiteboard. I'm going to write the problem again. 85 plus 45 plus 70. Well, I'm going to solve what I know to try to solve this problem more quickly. I know that 5 plus 5 is 10. And I know that 8 plus 4 is 12. Well, that's really 120. So right away, I can put these two numbers together and see 120 plus 10 equals 130. Well, I've gotten rid of these two numbers, so I'm going to write my problem again. I have 70 left, so I need to know what 130 plus 70 is. Well, I know that 3 plus 7 equals 10, so 30 plus 70 must equal 100. I still have my 100 over here, so really 100 plus another 100 equals 200. So 85 plus 45 plus 70 equals 200. Now, we need to put that on our number line. It looks like it should go right here. That's the end of the line. All right, let's solve just one more problem because it looks like we're going to run out of time today. And hey, that's okay. Sometimes we don't get to all the problems. Let's just solve one more. And it looks like you went, then I went, then you went, then I went, and you went. Oh, it's my turn. It's my turn to pick the last problem. I'm going to pick this one. And this problem is asking, how much is 12 tenths? Well, I have a little space left on my whiteboard to draw a picture. I know that 10 tenths is 100. So if I wanted to draw out this number, I'd take 10 of my tens and draw 100. And I also know I have 2 more tens, and 2 tens equals 20. So I have 100 plus 20 more to equal 120. Where should I put 120 on my number line? Show a connection if you're thinking it goes right here. That's good thinking. And it's okay that we still have 4 problems left. We're going to end the game without seeing what those problems are. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go into our number corner book. We don't need this anymore. We just need our number corner book. And we're going to add up my score in the red and your score in the blue. Here's what that will look like. All right, mathematicians, here's what your number corner book should look like. We should be on game 2. You should have your score of 110 right after the number 100, your score of 200 right at the end of the number line, and your score of 190 right before that. Let's write your scores in the student total. You have 110, 190, and 200. That looks right. Now let's look at my score. I have 120 right after 110. Write that there. You can do the same. 150 in the middle. And 180 right before 190. Write my score under teacher total. Notice how we have all of our ones stacked on top of each other, all of our tens stacked on top of each other, and all of our hundreds stacked on top of each other for both equations. Now let's take some time to see who won. Let's add our equations together. Well, when I'm looking at the teacher total, the first thing I notice is that I can add some of these bigger numbers together right away, so it won't be as difficult for me to add three numbers. Well, I know if I add 20 plus 80, I get 100. So I'm going to add my 20 and 80 together here to get 100, just my tenths. I also know if I add 50 more, plus 50, well, that's 150. Now I'm looking at my hundreds. I have 1, 2, 3. Well, I can add my 300s together, and that's just what I have, 300. So now my problem is really 300 plus 150. Well, I know that 300 plus another 100 is 400, plus 50 more equals 450. That's my total. Let's do the same thing with yours. Let's see what's the easiest to add together first. Well, if I'm looking at 90 plus 10, well, I know that that's 100 right there. Now I can also see that I have 1, 2 right here, 3, 4 hundreds over here. Well, it looks like I just need to add together 400 plus 100 to get my total. Well, I know 4 plus 1 is 5, so 400 plus 100 must equal 500. Who has the higher score? Teacher or student? Student, you're the big winner today. Congratulations. Here's what I want you to do to finish up Number Corner for today. I want you to go into Seesaw and take a picture of your game board and show your teacher that you won in Number Corner today. You won the game, put it on the line. All right, mathematicians, good work today. I will see you next time for Number Corner.